This is a walkthrough for the Shotgun Lipidomics Assistant, intended for current users of the SCIEX Lipidizer platform. Shotgun lipidomics using differential mobility spectrometry is a powerful technique that allows for comprehensive quantitative lipidomics. But the workflow and data analysis presents a number of technical challenges that platforms like the SCIEX Lipidizer have sought to address. These challenges included tuning the DMS device prior to every run, updating acquisition methods with proper compensation voltages, processing shotgun lipidomics data, and quantifying hundreds of lipid MRMs against dozens of standards. While the Lipidizer managed these processes, it had a number of limitations. To overcome these limitations, the UCLA Lipidomics Lab has created the Shotgun Lipidomics Assistant. The Assistant can be downloaded as a standalone executable and run alongside Analyst to facilitate the workflow. It was developed in Python and is an open source application. It features a GUI interface and draws from simple Excel templates. You don't need to be a programmer or data scientist to use the application. If you can use a spreadsheet program, you can run this application and analyze large shotgun lipidomics experiments in minutes. The hardware we're using for this walkthrough will be familiar to the Lipidizer community. It's a SCIEX 5500 with a Selexion or DMS and a Shimadzu Nexera LC configured for direct infusion experiments. The only modification we've made from the out-of-the-box Lipidizer setup is the installation of a 100 microliter sample loop. This larger loop will be required for the expanded lipidomics panel we're showing you today. The Assistant can work with the current version of Analyst 1.7.1, as well as the older 1.6.3 version that the Lipidizer software is locked to. In this demonstration, we'll be using the current version. The Assistant can run on Windows 7 or Windows 10. We need to install two other applications required for its functioning. First, a spreadsheet program capable of opening Excel files. Microsoft Office is ideal. For this demonstration, we'll be using LibreOffice, which is a free open-source Office software. We'll also need to install ProteaWizard MS Convert GUI, which is a free application available at the ProteaWizard website. The Assistant reads WIF files converted into MZML format by this application. The Python application is a self-contained software. We don't need to install Python or Anaconda on the computer prior to use. Simply unzip the program folder and move it to the desired location. To create a desktop shortcut, locate the executable and create it. Now we're ready to do a lipidomics experiment. There are three general steps to the Shotgun Lipidomics workflow: DMS tuning, QC and sample running, and post-run data analysis. We've created file packages for each established method containing the Analyst method files and matching Excel templates used by the Assistant in this workflow. Simply create a new project or subproject in Analyst and copy the Analyst method files to the appropriate folder. We're going to perform the DMS tuning with the Avanti Equisplash mix. This is prepared by diluting the stock solution 1:20 with running buffer, which is 50-50 methanol dichloromethane, with 10 millimolar ammonium acetate. This is loaded into the syringe pump system. Following a 30-minute warm-up and modifier purging, the tuning sequence can be run in Analyst. It consists of 3 consecutive runs of the positive and negative compensation volt ramp program. These programs are run while the tuning mix is being supplied by the syringe pump. The assistant will analyze the tuning data and use it to update the methods we are about to run. Copy the WIF files to a working folder. Convert to MZML using MS-Convert GUI. And then run the assistant. On the Tuning tab, select the third positive and negative runs and the tuning dictionary file. This dictionary file flags class compensation voltages from the standards and matches them with the classes measured in method files. There's a drop-down menu with various peak finding methods. After you've made these selections, click Run to analyze the files. The data is graphed in two plots. Note that on the negative plot, each MRM is normalized to the same maximum level so that the user can accurately see the quality of lipid class resolution. Within the GUI interface, you can see the recommended compensation voltages in the window on the left. You may copy and paste these into the windows on the right. Note that there is an offset between the shorter and longer chain LISO PCs and PEs. With just a single standard for these classes, you'll need to paste the compensation voltage into the appropriate box and calculate the offset value. The calculations used by the lipidizer can be seen on the left. You can also manually adjust any of these compensation voltages to get better resolution between lipid classes. Here are the settings I selected for this run. When finished, click Export Results. An Excel file will be generated that contains a list of the compensation voltages to update the suitability method, as well as the DMS method in the sample run. Simply copy and paste these compensation voltage values into the method in Analyst. While a suitability test is not required, it is recommended. It is a measurement of a set standard which can be used to track the instrument sensitivity from week to week and tune to tune. Users can settle on a range of acceptable values, and an abrupt drop in response can indicate a problem with the system. Here I'm using the lipidizer suitability mix with a single PG, PI, and PS standard from Avanti spiked in. The updated suitability test method is used to run a blank and the hybrid suitability mix. Following the run, we again transfer the WIF files to our working folder and convert to MZML. In the SST tab of the Assistant, we select the appropriate data file and the tuning dictionary we used in the last step. We then click Run. The Assistant generates an Excel file with the averaged responses of the various lipid species in the mix. These values can be cut and pasted into a master document to track changes from week to week. This is a summary of the expanded lipidomics assay that we'll be running for this demonstration. The run consists of two methods, one using the DMS and the other that does not. The method includes MRMs from the original lipidizer method, as well as a collection of validated MRMs for PG, PI, and PS, which utilize the compensation voltages selected in the previous tuning step. PAs are measured as bulk species in method 2 because they cannot be sufficiently resolved from more abundant phospholipid classes. It should be noted that the expanded lipidomics assay also contains additional MRMs across many lipid classes that are required for isotope correction. These MRMs for isotope correction are not reported because of a mute flag within the analysis key. The assay uses a set of 70 lipid standards consisting of the lipidizer standard set, Avanti's ultimate splash mixes for PG, PI, and PS, as well as a single PA standard. Now we'll set up the first method, which uses the DMS device. We start by purging modifier, warming the instrument for 30 minutes, and loading samples in the autosampler. To update the compensation voltages in method 1, we return to the tuning results sheet generated in the tuning step and copy the compensation voltage values to the negative and positive experiments in this method. Users familiar with Analyst will know that the program will work for a few minutes following the pasting of several hundred values into a large MRM list. The computer should be left alone while the hourglass is present to prevent Analyst from crashing. After updating both experiments, we can save and close the method. The batch can then be created with the updated method. For the assistant workflow, it is important that all samples for analysis be assigned a number without letters or symbols. Letters or symbols denote controls like blanks and QC samples, which users don't wish to include in certain analysis steps. Once the sample IDs and vial positions have been assigned, we can submit and run the batch. The process is then repeated for method 2 with the same IDs being assigned to each sample in the second batch. We're going to analyze a small experiment performed with these methods. The assistant uses an Excel file sample map in the analysis workflow. The first column on the left contains the numbers you assigned to samples in the last step. The samples are then demarcated into experiments and groups. Each sample is also given a unique name and normalization value. In this experiment, we're analyzing bone marrow-derived macrophages that have been treated with different TLR agonists. Each sample has a unique cell count, noted here in units of tens of millions of cells. Along with the map, we will need a few other files contained in the workflow package that we previously unzipped. The species name dictionary contains the MRM list and species names from the Analyst methods. The standard dictionary contains the standard assignments and the concentrations and amounts of standards used. This document may need to be updated when you acquire new lots of standards. There is also an isotope correction dictionary that is needed if you are performing isotope correction. We've copied these files along with the Analyst data files to a working folder. First, we use MS-Convert GUI to convert the data files to MZML. Then we use the assistant to perform the analysis. On the Read MZML tab, specify the directory where the MZML files are located. Then specify the species and standard dictionaries. If you are performing isotope correction, select the isotope correction dictionary file. Since we've selected No on the drop-down below, we'll leave this space blank. The project name space lets you add an identifier to the files being generated. The MZML version drop-down asks you to specify whether the data was generated in Analyst or generated by the Lipidizer Workflow Manager. We've selected Analyst. We've also selected Yes for muted species. Now click Read MZML. Note the progress bar across the bottom. This step created a method 1 and 2 data file, along with a merged version similar to the lipidizer output. In the next step, we're going to merge these 2 method data files together with the map. We've selected our working directory as well as the map and data files. We'll also include our project name once again. There's a checkbox for the creation of a CSV file of the quantified lipid species values formatted for easy import into ClusterViz for principal component analysis. Now we click Run Merge. We will do a more comprehensive presentation on the data output in an upcoming video. For now, we will point out 2 important features in this data file that represent significant improvements on the lipidizer output format. Lipidizer users will be familiar with several tabs seen below. The concentration tabs have been replaced with normalization. These are the quantified values normalized to the user-specified normalization value. In this case, that would be nanomoles per 10 million cells. All sample and group information is contained at the left within each tab. The last 2 tabs contain average and standard deviations for each user-specified group within the experiment. These can be used for rapid creation of graphs and figures, as we'll see in the next step. We're going to relocate these data files to their own folders. Note that if your map contained multiple experiments, the data would be parsed between multiple Excel files, which should each be given their own folder. Now in the last step, we're going to use this data file to generate some plots for the class total and triglyceride data. Simply select the data file and click Run. The resulting analysis files generate in the folder with the data file. Here you can see plots of the class total data. This concludes our demonstration of the Shotgun Lipidomics Assistant. We've shown that the Assistant is a user-friendly application that facilitates all steps of a Shotgun Lipidomics experiment using DMS. It can analyze large Shotgun Lipidomics experiments in minutes. The Assistant is also able to perform isotope correction, something the original lipidizer software did not do. Most importantly, it has the flexibility to integrate new standards and to add new lipid MRMs to the method. And as you've seen here, basic use and method modification requires no programming skills. Thank you for your attention.